You should.
You only came to say hi.
Yes, Stu, I did.
Hello, welcome to the latest version of how to swap a banger for a supercar. Oh, right then, so this is part 3. Now after reading a lot of your comments regarding the gearbox issue, yes, I think I need to change the linkage. Now what you're about to see now is me and my mate tinker with the exhaust clamp to see if we can get it on. A few little things to quickly jump on before we get into the video. I'm by no means a mechanic. A lot of people think I can do an awful lot of things and I can't. I'm just a content creator on YouTube trying to create content for you that's watching, and that's quite hard really, when no matter what you do it doesn't get the views, but whatever. What else? This is a very small budget kind of flip. Now the idea of this is, oh, quickly before I go into this, if you're new to the channel, hello and welcome. If you're watching this video for the first time, there are 2 other episodes. If you go to the video kind of section on my channel, go down to the bottom and there'll be a like series, so go and watch 1 and 2, then come back to this one, then you kind of get caught up. So now, yeah, this is a very small budget build. I'm budgeting £1,000 for this. Now yes, you're probably going to laugh because it's probably going to need more than that, but the idea of this is to try and flip it, get it ready, flip it. Do you know what, I'm sorry, but it is hot. So the idea is bit of a aircon. The idea of this build is to swap up from a camper van, this camper van, up to various things to get to a point where we can actually buy a supercar as the tumbleweed goes past. So the plan of action is to get this through an MOT, on the road, and then sold for more than what it cost me. No. Yes. No? Yes. So far it's cost me £4,450. No, £4,350. I lied. I've got to buy a few things for it, which is probably going to put the price up. So at the end of the day, I value this about, in its present condition, about, look out, between 4 to 5 grand. That's what I value it at. If you want to come and buy it as it is for 5 grand, come and get it, please. I beg you, please, just come and get it. If not, I've got to build this thing. So I'm not mechanically minded. Everything that you see me doing on this van, apart from the interior, engine wise, everything you see me doing on this van engine wise, I don't know much about because I've never messed with the T4 before. Okay, most things are kind of basic when it comes to mechanics, but I am not a basic mechanical knowledgeable person, so therefore I will make mistakes. So laugh as much as you like because I will be making a fool of myself. Right then, yeah, let's get on with it. Let's get on with it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so I've done a bit of research online and I've found these online. I'll show you quickly. So you've seen those bits we need for the exhaust clamp, and we're rooting around in the van, and because he's a nosy sod, we actually found them here. So that saved £12 or whatever it's going to cost. So we've got them here. So plan of action today is, amongst many other things, is to put those on. So yeah, wish me luck. You only came to say hi.
Yes, Stu, I did.
Oh, what are friends for if you can't abuse them? So basically, ladies and gentlemen, last week's video got a lot of positive and again negative comments, but it is what it is. Now a lot of you have told me why this isn't going into reverse, so this is one of the first things we're going to tackle. We've obviously got these to put on for the light on. So yeah, the exhaust clamp, we're going to put that on shortly. And then yeah, with so basically what the reason it's not going into reverse is basically, again, loads of basically is this piece here goes that way up, and then it pulls that little silver ball upwards, so it engages reverse. But I've got to get the battery to put on so we can kind of get onto that. But first and foremost, let's watch Neil play with some pliers.
Of course.
Beautiful. I see how you did that. It was amazing.
You fucking mocking me, you asshole.
No. PG, this is PG.
I'm sorry.
You're not so bleeping.
I'm swearing. What can I say?
Well, you mess with engines, why wouldn't you be? What are you doing anyway?
Taking this off so I can get to the back.
Oh, so now if I was here, I would have struggled down there.
Yeah.
Well then, so that the intercooler's off. Oh, she's being taken to bits. What are you doing to the engine, eh?
Made more room, mate.
We don't need that, do we?
Yeah, I don't need that. Don't need this pipe either.
Don't need that there, don't need this bit here. Take the bit off there.
I wish I had one with a tool.
What tool's that?
It actually
squeezes
them in there.
Yeah. And you're using long nose pliers so that it doesn't keep slipping off. Call yourself a mechanic.
Oh, I wasn't prepared for this job today.
That's what they all say.
Well, guaranteed I was prepared for you.
Well, let me get my hand down here. I've got it. Oh. No, it's got clamped again. Let me do that again. No, it's behind that one again. See, what it's done there, because it's gone under, it's not letting me grip anything.
Yeah, that's why I need that tool.
Pull. Ah, you bastard.
Ah, you damaged it. Oh, I'm only joking.
See, look. Get my hands dirty. Where is it? I got it.
Now, how much I would strip the engine down to do an hard job?
Yeah, I suppose.
An easy way.
Yeah.
Because me, I don't mind taking this turbo off.
Now
I can get in and out way easier.
Oh wow. Perfect.
No, feel that.
Feel what? Excuse me? Feel. Where is it? Oh, perfect, isn't it? Yeah.
See how much more room you got?
Yeah, loads more room.
I'm thinking about taking this bracket off so you don't strap yourself.
Smack your head.
Yeah.
Just
Thinking
bolts.
about it, like.
Do it. It's underneath there. Get in there. One bit at a time.
Well, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Nope, but it burnt down in a day.
It's the tiniest little bit. What needs to go on?
Yeah. Would it be easy if I got underneath and pushed?
Mate, you ain't gonna get underneath it.
Yeah. I've been underneath, been all over it.
Yeah, I'm about that far out, mate.
Can you make it a bit wider?
I think I can see why they have them, they bend them. So to me, I think the easiest bit on this is turbo off, that part of the exhaust off, connect it and then put it all back together that way. Mate, that's impossible.
It's done. People have done it. So, if Volkswagen are watching this, which I know you're clearly not, why on earth did you do this and think it was a bloody good idea? Clearly it's not a bloody good idea.
Huh?
I'm just talking to Volkswagen.
Is that working for you?
They're not answering me.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
So I can see why people say this is not an easy job.
Mm. Mate, I can't get in edgewise, mate. I need more time than a day. I need a lot more time.
Well, shall we? Do you need any? Yeah, throw it back together and just focus on getting it in reverse. See if we get reverse working. So yeah, what we basically decided to do is see now. Google how to put these on, and you'll see it's quite a hard job to do. And obviously, considering the amount of room you've got to get your hands in there and tools and get these things to fit. I'll show you quickly for the ones that don't know. See here, don't torch, why is it the torch doesn't want to work with you? Can you see where my finger is? I can't even see where my finger is. See that there, this here fits on there, but also, as you can see, it's supposed to fit on the back of there too. So if I put this on the back, there you go, tucked on the back, look how much room, I mean how much you've got to stretch this steel to fit on there too. It's physically impossible, but I've googled it and I've watched a few YouTube how-tos, and it can be done. But what I think we're going to probably do right now is leave it, put it all back together so we can focus on reverse. But when we do get around to this, Neil suggests re-engineering it, drilling a hole through there, drilling a hole through there, and screwing a very decent, robust bolt setup on there. So in case you need to take it off again, you just undo the bolt, away you go. I think that's a better idea, because these things here are just obsolete. They're just ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. We think we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But for now, this thing can piss off. Right then, it's such a joyous experience taking everything off to do a job and not being able to do the job, because it's almost impossible to do it with the wrong tools. So yes, half dissecting the engine to push it back together and not finish the bloody job.
Ping! I bet you soon jump if it didn't matter, wouldn't it?
What's that?
Fucking jump out your skin.
It's hit you in the eye, the bloody ears.
It's not gonna move, is it?
I know it's connected, but
around the pipe.
could you imagine though, straight in the eye socket? Right, so we've clamped the exhaust up anyway from that. We've used that clamp that apparently was the way the reverse was working. Yeah. Now obviously, over the years, the bushes, these deteriorate. I love that word, and they will need replacing. So I'm going to order some new ones of these, and we're going to replace these but not right now, obviously, because I'm not prepared. I never am prepared, because creating content for YouTube, it's very, very, you know, rushy. Oh, so we found something new, ladies and gentlemen. This has been, the EGR has been blanked. Right, ladies and gentlemen, so you've watched so far, what you've watched is so far what we've done to this. The problem being now is my mate left me. He doesn't want to do it, he can't do it, so he's kind of just disappeared. It's 3 days, so 3 days since, and I've ordered the parts, they're just not here yet. So I'm stuck with a bit of a dilemma, because it's now Friday. The parts were supposed to get here today and they're still not here, so I don't know what to do. I don't know whether I should pretend I'm doing something so you actually are on board watching this boring content, or I should just wait till I got the parts so I can actually fix it and actually move forward. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So I will have a little tinker with the gearbox now, see if we can kind of make it work. That involves me taking the battery off the Golf again, because I still haven't bought a battery. Obviously this is very time consuming because I've got other things to do, and this is kind of a side job that I'm trying to create content on, and I don't really want to do it because I don't like it, but I've got to do it because I've started, so I've got to commit. I am committed, I'm very much committed, I just don't want to do it. So the plan of action now, you've watched all what you've watched, and to get these, you bastard, that is it, to get these terrible things on, I think the best way forward is by doing this. Now, as you can see, this is like a clamp you put on, and then you do it up so it spreads it open, and then you put it on. Now I've ordered one of those too, so that should be here soon, and we can get on with putting the exhaust clamps on. Now Neil can't do it, so I'm left to do it by myself. Now I was going to do it by myself anyway, but I thought I'd ask Neil, see if he can have some magic miracle and get it done quicker, but clearly not. So next weekend's video, next Sunday's video, I should have the clamp on the exhaust, and it should be working in reverse. Now this week was supposed to be it working in reverse, but because I don't have time to do this, because I've got to keep the Saturday's videos going, this has kind of been pushed on the back burner again because I lost interest. But now I know that I've got to continue doing it, so I'm gonna pull my socks up, pull my finger at my arse properly, good and well and truly properly, and get working with this to get it, and get it through an MOT and get it done and get it sold, because I know a lot of you are tuning in hoping that I'll do that. A lot of you are tuning in hoping that I fail. I have had a bit of a slip up, I lost interest, but I know I've got to do it. So we're going to go to a scrapyard shortly, but this will be next week's video, to find a steering wheel for it. Also, we need to get a gear knob for it too. But now, while I'm here and I've got your attention, we're going to kind of put all the plastics back in the dash as much as we can, because there's loads of plastics. As long as that one's ticked off, as long as we do something on each and every video and it's ticked off and done, I'm happy with it. But for the exhaust clamp and the gear linkage, again, that's something that is completely something that needs to be done, because we can't move forward without doing that. Obviously this vehicle needs to move forwards and backwards for the MOT, and it can't smoke the MOT station out, because that's an instant fail. So those two things have got to be sorted. And then when we've done the exhaust thing and we've got it through an MOT, I don't know whether I should paint underneath before the MOT or after the MOT, because I'd rather not paint over something that could potentially be dangerous, or could potentially, you know, need servicing. Do you know what I mean? A lot of these people, like, you know, they slap all that black stuff on to hide problems. I don't want to hide problems, because at the end of the day, this is going to be a family used vehicle, so therefore I'd rather have everything underneath done and like above par. So I think I'll take it for an MOT without painting underneath, and if it passes and everything's kosher above board, then I'll paint it all, I'll seal it all. Yeah, check out Merc on Instagram and see what kind of work I've done. But yeah, so the plan of action today is, because it's what you watched already was a couple of days ago, and my parts haven't come yet. So yeah, let's crack on with all this stuff here. Let me put the light on so you can actually see what we're working with. Is that brighter or not bright? Yeah, that's bright. God. Right, so these are all the bits that we're going to focus on sticking somewhere. All these pieces here, all these pieces here go on the outside. I'm yet to do that. I'll quickly show you that. All these pieces here, I'm yet to do those. I mean, there's lots of things to do in here, as you can imagine, so when I come to do something, I'm just overwhelmed with lots of crap. So I don't know what half of this is, and what does most of it have to be hooked up? I'm guessing that certainly does. So yeah, there's lots of stuff. Also, there's lots of stuff in here too. Yeah, so what we do, we start figuring out what all this is and where it all goes, and stick it in its right respectful places. So yeah, just pop it to the toilet and we will carry on with this. See, I've never actually put one of these things together. I've never actually took one apart, but I've just got all that the person I had it off has done, took off. Got a couple of keys, VW key there, look. No, might be for the ignition. But yeah, this is what I've got. I've got a multitude of miscellaneous stuff. I'm guessing that goes there. Yeah, that goes there like that. One thing that's occurred to me whilst doing this is I clean the floor. The floor's all clean and lovely and black. You know, when I clean things, I do it properly. But then you've got this thing here. It's terrible and grey and nasty. So it's occurred to me, if I start putting all this back together, I'm going to get it all back out again and have to clean it and detail it. I mean, that looks alright. That just needs a bit of a clean, but is it worth me spending all my time putting all this back together and realising that all this wiring here and up there, see all the wiring, all that wiring there, if I put it all together, am I going to be faced with a problem? Because I have no clue as to why half of this wire, I mean, this is a speaker wire and that sort of stuff, that's not a problem. But you have stuff like this, look, ladies and gents, you have just random wires hanging around. That's obviously for the stereo. But it's all this wiring here, look. All this wiring here with random switches, cables and things, and tape, and all sorts of miscellaneous wires just hanging here, there, and bloody everywhere. So I'm not going to bother putting it all together, because knowing my luck, what's going to happen is I'm going to put it all together, and then there's going to be faults, and there's going to be problems, and there's going to be things that's not working, and then I'm going to have to take all the plastics off to figure out why things aren't working. I think what I'm going to do now to make you kind of happy is I'm going to try and see if I can get into reverse just to end the video on. So I'm going to get the battery out, I'm going to stick it on the front, and we're going to pull that little pin thing out, wedge it with that little clamp, or wedge it with something, and see if that works. if I have to carry this goddamn battery again. I mean, if you've seen, if you something quickly to mention, if you've only come to my channel for this sorry excuse of me trying to turn this camper van around, you probably don't know that I am a content creator, whereas I look for abandoned cars. I used to buy a lot of them. I used to buy an awful lot of them over the years and fix them up and sell them. I did that a lot, but it got to the point where people were so rude and so aggressive that I just thought, and obviously again it was so costly doing that because it costs a lot of money, and to try and make it even, trying to make ends meet with it and always coming out on top was quite hard. So I just decided just to look for the cars and then document them in their situ, document them in their, you know, document them in situ. So if you've come to the channel just to watch this, just go and check out some other videos. You kind of get an idea of what I do. So there you go, that's on. Now I'm gonna get down there and try and pull that clamp out. Yeah, I'll zoom that in. Right then, so that's got that cable on. That's got that little plastic thing that was supposed to be that I put sideways is actually on it but upright. So that's pulling it. So what we do, we try the in reverse now with that upright. See if that does anything. If it doesn't, then I'll get a pair of mole grips, pry it up, and then pull them on, and then see if that works. So let's try and get it in reverse now. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that did not work. So let's did it come off? Did it? No, it didn't come off. It just didn't stay on. Right, let me take that off. Move that the fucking way. That thing can piss off. And then I'll try and. Right, I've got it. I've got an idea. Right. So if I could pull that with one hand. Right. I can't, I can't do it like that. I need to get down there. I have no room for my arms. First thing, I need to make sure that clamps on there, because if it doesn't clamp on there, then I'm going to be in a heap of trouble. No, it doesn't clamp on there. Right, make it bigger. Clamp on there now. Oh, fuck off, man. And this piece of shitty air doesn't work. Cut off. You can go push yourself somewhere. So the problem I've got, ladies and gents, is I need to get my hand there to lift it up and then put this vice grip on the top, but I don't have no room to do both. I've only got room to do one thing. Oh, right then, that's that. Right, so that's up. That's in the air, so let's see if we've got reverse now. And now the battery doesn't work. Oh my god. gents, we've got reverse. Woo! Yes. So, reverse is down and across. I must have tried that a billion times. Yes. That's a bonus, ladies and gents. So that basically is the problem. So it's not the linkage, because it goes in gears fine. I mean, I will replace all the linkage and all the balls and all that good stuff anyway, but it's not that, that's not the problem. It goes in gears fine. It's that little cable with the two white pieces that sit on top, that's the problem. It's not pulling it up far enough, so we need to replace that cable. So that's another job for me to do, another thing for me to order. But we have reversed, yes. I'm well happy with that, well happy with it. So at least this week's video isn't a total fail. We have found reverse, we've got reverse, and I'm buzzing. And on that note, we're going to end the video here. So it's the little things that make us men happy. Us men are simple. All we want is a big shed, a classic series Land Rover, and that's it. Or in my case, this T4 to go into reverse. Bonus. Right then, so from me, Stokes, thanks for watching. Remember, don't leave me yourself, and as always, follow yours truly for more boring content. I'll see you next weekend. Hopefully by then I'll have all the parts here and we can start fettling with stuff and fixing stuff and moving stuff and getting things working, and then hopefully get it through an MOT. That is such a relief, because we now know it's not the gearbox, it's just the little niggling gremlins that are just all around it, which are really annoying. So yes, see you next weekend.